everybody, I'm Alie and this is Mike. We're here from the Clam Pro team. Here to talk to you today because we're heading out on the ice and we want to be as comfortable as possible. So we're going to do some hole hopping and tell you what you need to do to be comfortable out on the ice, because everybody knows that when you're out on the ice and you're comfortable, you're going to want to be out there longer. Big tips for wanting to be comfortable is making sure that you're going to be staying dry out there, which means wicking the moisture away from your skin and staying warm. And all of this attributes to making sure you layer properly when you're out on the ice.
So today we've got a tip for you that we'd like to bring up with the apparel and the base layers and all of the gear we wear as we go fishing. And one of the most important tips that I can share with you is make sure you take care of your apparel, your undergarments, and your ice armor suits. Wash them regularly, because clean apparel and clean undergarments will give you a warmer experience on the ice. So that's just a proven fact. When you have clean apparel, you're warmer out on the ice. So when we're out on the ice, Alie, your body is obviously different than mine. You're a freeze baby.
I am.
And I'm a polar bear, so I'm warm all the time. So the beauty with Clam and Ice Armor is there are several different styles of undergarments.
There's
and
so many options.
The base layers.
Yep.
So when we go out fishing, whether we're hole hopping like we're going to do today, or we're sitting in a house, there's different base layers. And the most important part of a base layer is breathability. We have to have breathability. So my favorite base layers are the Blackfish Gear, the Next to Skin,
yep,
and the Microflex.
Yes.
Which is my favorite for deer season because I'm sitting still, whereas the Next to Skin I like wearing when we hole hop because I'm moving a little bit more and I'm more active. Your favorite is the Sub-Zero X suit.
For sure.
Because you know, you're no matter what you're doing, if you're sitting or moving or drilling holes, you're constantly freezing. So
yep,
that's a great suit for you, for your undergarment. What I'm super excited about for
you guys, look at this. This is so awesome. I'm super excited to try this.
Is the new hoodie. This is amazing. It's a quilted, insulated hoodie coming out, and I'm so excited to have that join our arsenal.
I think that'll be a great option. Like he said, I'm a freeze baby, and you definitely have to make sure whatever you're wearing is applicable, like he said, to whether you're hole hopping or if you're in a shelter or if you're even in an ice house or whatnot. You got to make sure you're comfortable. And I think what I'll end up doing is using the Sub-Zero with the hoodie, and right, we can either do items like this where I have the Gale underneath my suit, and it just really keeps me at that comfortable level when I'm running around, because when you sweat, if you can't get that sweat to wick away, that's when you're going to get cold. So you really need to make sure that you're wicking that stuff away, which goes back to his point of making sure your stuff is clean, because if it's not clean, it's not going to be at optimal performance to wick that moisture and whatnot away. So
Clam has provided a great resource for us, as you know, from our boots, our Sub-Zero X boots.
Get your hands on those.
With replaceable, liners. They're a warm boot. They're waterproof. It's almost like a rubber pack boot. And then our socks. So our socks are in a system, and Alie and I have decided to bring some nice socks out for everybody to see, so they can see what to look for in the stores or online. So the system is this: you start with a Thermalite sock, right? And then you figure out, okay, what's my day going to be like?
We need to stop.
Okay.
Go back and tell them we need to talk about the Thermalites. Why do we use the Thermalites?
The Thermalite
first?
sock is your moisture wicking sock.
Yep.
All right, since you're rushing me. Now for me, again, being a polar bear, I can get away with just wearing this sock because I'm so mobile. I'm moving around a ton. But this is my favorite sock. Now, moisture wicking, keeping everything dry.
Yep.
See, what happens is everybody just goes right to the merino wool or right to the heavy boot sock.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, my feet are so cold. I can't get my feet warm. That's because they're not implementing the sock system that Clam
Yep.
has designed. So, thermalite sock, and then to a merino wool sock, and or the heavy boot sock. Now, typically, if we're going out, it's going to be super cold. I skip the merino wool. I'll go straight to the heavy boot sock just because I know I'm going to be safe and have warm and dry feet all day long out on the ice.
Yep. And for me, I like the thermal with the heavy boot sock just because my feet freeze. But having that wicking system and keeping my feet warm, it's perfect. And again, with the Sub-Zero X boots, if you get a chance and you have a set, make sure you pick up the liners because you can get extra liners. You always want to take the liners out to make sure they dry properly because you will be surprised when you take them out after wearing them for a day how much even those wick away the moisture from your feet. So
I'm not big on hats and face stuff. Tell me about your head accessories. What do you wear to cover your face? What works for you?
sure.
I'm a ball cap guy with a beanie.
Yep.
Typically, so
Which we have this awesome beanie here. So we want to really make sure that your head stays covered. Your head is where you're going to lose most of your heat. So you want to keep it covered. We have very adorable.
that's my jam right there, just like that.
So we have that. We have the beanie. I absolutely love the Renegade neck gaiter. It's got a super warm fleece inside. It keeps your neck warm. But we also have a light layer balaclava around here somewhere.
There it is, right there.
So this is going to have your breathability, but it also covers your entire head, and then you can layer your knit hat with that as well.
So also great, again, for being mobile, going out on snowmobiles. This is a very nice, again, kind of close to the skin, but very warm. So you can get away with putting your snowmobile helmet on.
Yep.
And other kind of, if you have a different type of helmet or whatnot. So, again, another great base layer to have. So,
Last step,
the
best part of the whole thing.
IceArmor
The
suits.
suits.
There's so many.
You guys, there's
Most
a
of-
new ladies
yes.
suit. If you haven't checked it out, you have to. I am wearing it right now, and it is so comfortable. I've heard from so many ladies that this is the first suit that
And you had-
actually fits us.
You, amongst many other women, had a great part in designing that suit. So, congratulations.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
Awesome.
Being able to help
There's
with
so many
this.
different IceArmor suits out there for your needs.
The motion float
The
suits.
motion float, the rise suit.
Yep.
That's what I was going to get after is, if you're really cognizant about safety on the ice, the motion float, the rise, you have to look at those. But then there's the edge, there's the extreme suits, there's so many of them.
Yep.
So, one of the most overlooked items in our arsenal is gloves, but
Yep.
it's also the most important. Clam and IceArmor offer several different varieties of gloves, from very thin gloves, like such, so your hands are really mobile, all the way up to the new.
Extreme gloves.
new
and
Extreme.
mittens.
They are a leather palm with the new PrimaLoft insulation.
You guys,
So,
if you haven't checked
super,
this
super
out
warm.
yet, yes, it's new and up and coming. It's so incredibly soft and so incredibly warm. You have to check it out. What's really nice about the gloves too is that it's got this liner on
the
it.
leather palm.
Yep.
I'm a mitten guy just because I have frostbite fingertips
And I'm a glove
from
girl.
not having good gloves over years. Alie likes her gloves. The awesome thing about the new
Extreme.
Extreme gloves, is that they're extremely functional, but they're durable as well. So if you're looking for a good all-around glove, I would definitely look at the Extreme gloves by IceArmor.
I can't wait to get my hands on these.
Yes.
See what I did there?
Yeah, I did. I seen that.